Hey there, my friend. Abby from Abbi Kirsten Collections here, and today I'm going to teach you how to make DIY Valentine's Day cupcake toppers with cardstock and iron-on vinyl. The supplies you're going to need for this project is cardstock. You'll need heat transfer vinyl, also known as iron-on vinyl. Lollipop sticks or toothpicks can work, an easy press mini, a weeding tool. You'll need hot glue or washi tape can work. You'll also need some sort of liquid glue like Barely Art glue. You'll need your Cricut machine, and then you'll also want these templates, which you can find linked below this video tutorial. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my cardstock and my vinyl cut out here on my Cricut machine. I'm gonna be using a 65-pound cardstock for this project, and I'm using iron-on vinyl with my cardstock. So I'm going to flip my mat over and peel away my mat from my cardstock. Here I am just weeding my iron-on vinyl design. It's going to be part of these cupcake toppers. Make sure you don't forget to mirror your iron-on in Cricut Design Space when you're cutting these out. Alright, so I'm just going to start assembling each one of these. So in most cases with these Valentine cupcake toppers, there's going to be a base layer and then sometimes another layer for cardstock, and then I like to add the iron-on vinyl as the decorative layer on top. Again, that's kind of up to your preference, how you would like to do that, what colors you want to cut them out in. Ideally, you want to add glue between these two layers, and then we're going to apply with our Easy Press Mini. You could use a full press too if you don't have the mini. We're going to apply our iron-on vinyl on top of the cardstock. So I'm going to first go ahead and add glue here. And I like to use the Barely Art glue for this. Get that lined up there. It's got that nice pretty offset. I love creating cake toppers and cupcake toppers with that nice offset where you can add additional colors. Really brings them to life. Okay, so those two are together. I'm gonna grab a heat safe surface for this next step here, and I'm gonna place that on my heat safe surface. Here's my iron-on that I've cut out and weeded, and I'm gonna get it lined up here. And I am going to set my Easy Press Mini to the medium setting. If you're using a full press, I recommend like around either 280 or 300 degrees, and you'll only need to press it for probably about 20 seconds. It's not very long. When you're doing iron-on vinyl onto cardstock, it usually transfers with minimal heat and minimal time. It doesn't take a long time or a very high temperature. Alright, so my Easy Press Mini is heated up to that medium setting, and I'm just going to hold this and kind of work it across the design. Usually I hold it for about 10 seconds or so in each section, kind of moving it around a little bit there to distribute the heat, and then kind of move over to the other section. The Easy Press Mini works really well for projects like this, and it's probably my most used craft press, heat press in my craft room. Alright. So I'm going to let that cool for at least probably 45 seconds to a minute. You don't want it to be piping hot when you go to lift that layer. While this one is cooling, I'm going to go ahead and just start prepping some other ones here. So taking this design here, I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Add my cardstock layers together first. And then we want to line up our heat transfer vinyl layer here. And I'm going to get my iron-on vinyl again lined up here and press that on. And the same thing with the little leaves. And if you wanted to make these bigger, you could also make them into like a large cake topper if you wanted to as well. So that's always an option for you. Now, because I'm adding a second layer of heat transfer vinyl here, I'm going to place on those little pieces of leaves, and then I'm going to add that full liner back over the top to protect my rose area from getting scorched directly with my Easy Press. So make sure you save that original liner.
so that you're protecting that area when you're pressing on those leaves.
All right, it's time to peel off all of those liners. There's our really pretty cupcake topper, and we're gonna add the picks next. So here's a couple that I have, and then let me just get the rest of these off as well. So you can use something as simple as a toothpick, a cocktail skewer. These are little lollipop sticks I found at my local craft store. So just find something that works well for you to create the stem that we need to put this into our cupcake. And you may want to consider trimming them down. These will probably be okay. So there's two things you can do here. One, you can glue it to the back just directly like that. If you want to get extra fancy, you can always cut an extra base piece like this and sort of glue and then sandwich it in between. And another alternative to glue altogether is if you just want to use a little bit of washi tape to hold it on. These are very lightweight, so they don't require a lot of like heavy duty adhesive or anything like that. And it's just going to be sitting on a cupcake topper. So if you don't want to have any glue near your food, then go ahead and give just the washi tape a try. And I'll just put a little piece on it like that. And there we go, it holds it in place nice and still, no problems there. So that's one route you can go. That's what I'm going to choose. But if you want, you could always create like a double-sided and then layer it together. That's just an option for you. This is what I'm going to do though. Another reason I like to use the washi tape instead of like gluing on the back here is because the washi tape will actually come off quite easily. So if your recipient of the cupcake wants to keep this to put like into a notebook or stick it on something else, then it won't ruin it. So that's a fun way to use your cupcake toppers as well. Quite the tongue twister.
And you can find these templates and more detailed information on this tutorial linked below this video for you. Here's a look at how all of these turned out. They're super cute. Here's a close-up of each one. I love how cardstock and glitter iron-on go so well together. It's really a beautiful combination, and cake toppers and cupcake toppers are an excellent way to showcase those two materials together. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you can find all of my supply resources and my templates on abbykirstencollections.com. Use the keyword Valentines to find all of my Valentine's crafts. I'll see you there. Bye for now.